All right, for this beautiful Savannah sunset animal painting, we're going to start with a piece of white watercolor paper. You will need a brush for your watercolors. You're going to need water for your watercolors, and you're going to need watercolor paint. All right. When we're looking at this, I want you to notice that it is a sunset, so we have 3 analogous colors, which are red, orange, and yellow. And you notice how it's not like a stripe of red and a stripe of orange. They kind of blend. Remember, when we do watercolor, we start with our water. I'm gonna get a little bit of paint. Guys, you do not need to make this super dark, so this brush is not like a spoon. You don't have to spoon up your paint. You can just brush, brush, brush. And then you're gonna add it to your paper. We're gonna try to do sideways strokes. See how that's pink? If that's a little too dark, you can always add a little bit more water to water it down. And we're gonna spread the paint. I'm gonna add a little bit more water to this area because I'm about to switch colors. So this has a couple of things. There's a couple things. One, it gets my paper ready for the paint because now it's wet. See how it's shiny? That means it's wet. And 2, I'm also magically cleaning my brush. See how there's no color right now? So I don't have to separately clean it. It's already clean. I'm gonna go with my second color. Remember, these are analogous. That means they touch each other. They're right next to each other. So I get some orange. Orange tends to be really dark, and I accidentally grabbed kind of a lot, but let's see what happens. Okay, see how dark it is? So I'm gonna go ahead and spread it. Here's my orange. But remember, we're gonna also mix it a little bit with the pink at the top. Just let it dry a little bit. And then very carefully, we're gonna pick it up like it's a tray of cookies. Hold it as flat as you can. So go put it in the drying rack like you're putting a tray of cookies into the drying rack. Okay guys, for the second part of the Savannah Sunset project, you will need your watercolor paper, which is already dry. You should have your name already on the back. And you're gonna need some black acrylic paint. You're going to need a brush to go with your paint. To need a pencil, and you're going to need to draw an animal on here, but I have these lovely cutouts that I made some years ago. It fits. We need to leave a little bit of room at the bottom because we're going to be adding some grass. So we're going to hold our giraffe down, and you can lightly and gently or carefully trace around your giraffe. Alright, the next thing you're going to do is just take your brush. You can border the edges of this giraffe first. So you're going to dip your brush in the paint. I like to dip the brush in the paint and then tap it on the side so it doesn't have tons of paint. The last part of this, you do want to make sure that you have something underneath your paper for this part because again, this is acrylic paint. You don't want to get your desk dirty. And we're going to do the grass at the bottom. Remember, again, you're going to hold it with one hand on this side flat, one hand on the other side flat. Hold your paper up flat, and then take it to the drying rack flat. Okay, all right? Hope you enjoyed it.